everybody, Miss Rachel at Farmingdale Public Library here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a vanilla confetti microwave mug cake. This is a pretty tasty single serving of birthday cake with rainbow bits of confetti inside. It's a lot of fun to make and it's a lot of fun to look at as well as eat. So, for this activity, you will need access to a microwave because we're going to be cooking this cake in the microwave instead of in the oven. You will need a large microwave-safe mug, like I have here. This is a soup mug. As you can see next to my hand, it's pretty big. You'll need some measuring spoons or tablespoons, like I have here. You'll need some flour, some sugar, vanilla extract, imitation is fine, baking powder, notice it's powder and not soda, rainbow sprinkles for the confetti, vegetable oil, or you could substitute applesauce for a healthier cake. That'll taste a little bit more fruity and the cake will be a little bit more moist, but it is considerably less calories. And you'll need some milk. You could also use any kind of milk substitute like soy milk or almond milk for this cake. It'll taste just as good. Are we ready to get started? The first thing that we're going to be doing is whisking together some of our dry ingredients. So, we are going to be using 4 tablespoons of our flour. And these are going to go right into the mug. So, I'm going to go 1, 2, that's 2, 3, and 4. Nice. So there's my flour. I'm also going to tap out any lumps in my flour before I continue to my next step. Great. Next, I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of sugar. This is the same measurement in this spoon as that spoon. I'm just using separate spoons to keep everything clean. And 2. There's my 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now, as you can see, I'm using Morena sugar today. This is slightly darker than regular sugar, but it tastes pretty much the same. You can use whatever sugar you have around the house. Now, we're also going to be adding a ½ teaspoon of baking powder. Notice that I'm using baking powder today. You don't want to use baking soda because baking soda will taste like soap. So a ½ teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, so there's my dry ingredients. And I am going to take my spoon and I'm going to whisk it all together and make sure there's no lumps inside. Should be all one uniform white color. Okay, looking good. Now, I'm going to be adding in my liquid ingredients. It's always best when baking to start with your dry ingredients first and then add in your liquid. So, we're going to be adding in some milk. We're going to be using 4 tablespoons of milk today, or if you're using soy milk or almond milk at home, that's also fine. So I'm going to go 1 tablespoon, 2, oh, that's a little short. 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons, and 4 tablespoons. There's the milk. Okay, so I'm going to put that down, and I'm going to just shake my cup around to get the milk starting to dissolve the dry ingredients. And I'm also going to add some oil. You can use applesauce as a direct substitute, or if you don't have that at home, oil is fine. Any kind of flavorless oil is fine. I'm going to be using 1½ tablespoons of oil. So that's 1 tablespoon, and that's a ½ tablespoon. Okay, so there's my oil. And last, I'm going to be adding a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So that's going to be half of my 1/2 teaspoon measuring spoon. Or you could add a little more if you like vanilla. That's okay. More vanilla isn't a bad thing. Now I'm going to mix these together with my spoon until they're just combined. I don't want to overmix this because then it'll start to get a little too runny and a little too gloppy. So I just want to tap out any lumps and continue to mix. So it's starting to look like cake batter. And smells like cake batter too. And I'm going to scrape the sides of my mug with my spoon just to make sure that there's no flour or sugar sticking to the side. Okay, looking good so far. And the last thing that we're going to need is our sprinkles. The sprinkles I'm going to just lightly stir in because we don't want it to be too mixed up, otherwise the sprinkles will melt. So I'm adding now 1 heaping tablespoon of sprinkles. Close that up. And I'm going to very, very gently stir in my sprinkles so that I don't break them or liquefy them. Okay. Now I'm going to just use my other spoon to scrape the sides of my first spoon and get all that gooey cake batter into my mug. I'm going to be putting this into the microwave first for about a minute, and then I'm going to see if it's done. I'm going to keep testing it and cooking it in 15-second increments after that minute until it is just cooked, because I don't want it to overcook and burn, because burnt sprinkles do not taste good. So this should take about a minute, maybe a minute and 30 seconds or so at most, depending on the strength of your microwave and how thick the sides of your cup are. So let's get started with the cooking, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, my friends, welcome back. So my cake cooked in exactly 1 minute, and you know how you know it's done is when you put a toothpick into it and the toothpick comes out clean. So let the cake cool down for a minute or two before you eat it, because it will be incredibly, incredibly hot when it comes out of the microwave. As you could see from the sides of my mug, as the cake was cooking, it did rise up in my mug and then fall back down a little bit. So it's good that I used a big mug to keep that from spilling over the sides. And when it is cool enough to eat safely, all you need to do is put on a spoonful of either frosting or ice cream, whatever you prefer. Today I have some ice cream here, so I'm going to put a spoonful of that on the top of my cake. And here we go. Let's give it a taste. Mmm. Oh, wow, yummy. It tastes just like a birthday party. So I hope you enjoy your mug cake, your confetti mug cake. Look at all those pretty colors in it, too. I hope you enjoy your cake and have a nice little party for one. And I'll look forward to seeing you again soon at some of our other programs. Have a great day, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.